Hello, welcome to another episode of The Change Guru. This is a place where we have a weekly conversation about all things midlife. I'm coming at you from the empty nest bedroom. It's the place where the kids come back and then they leave, and then I try to work out, should it be my yoga studio? Should it be my office? Should it be the guest room? What should it be? And then someone comes back and then I have to work it out again. So right now, I'm trying to work out what I should do with this room. Now, it's a low quality problem. It's no big deal at all. But what we are talking about today is the idea of, are we actually in love with our problems? Now, I know that sounds completely insane, but there is a subconscious way that we become actually attached to our problems. And if you have something going on in your life that you really is a constant for you, it's one of those things that you stay up at night thinking about, or you're constantly talking to your family or friends about, and you just can't seem to emerge out on the other side, then this might be a way to get to that other side. Now, I want to say straight off the bat, problems can range from just small little stupid things like here, this whole empty nest, total modern day problem that I've got going on here, to absolutely devastating life events that would be completely naive for me to say that you will ever be able to 100% get over. I mean, that happens to us in life, and there's no way, it's completely ridiculous, the idea that a problem like that can be solved. But what I'm going to share with you today is a way for, even in completely devastating challenges, to find some light in some darkness. So at the very least, we are going to find some light, or we're going to break through from our problem altogether. Now, I first learned about this concept of being kind of in love with our problems from my own experience. When I was training to be a life coach, I actually had to go through the process of being coached. And I had to show up to these sessions with a problem. And I would tell my problem, and it actually felt so good to tell my problem. I would go on and on and on and on, and the coach would say, okay, I've got enough information, thank you, let's find a solution. And I'd be like, but wait, I'm telling you about my problem. I've got so much more to tell you about my problem. And the thing about it is that it actually does feel so good to express our problem. It makes us feel quite special. We've got a lot of different prongs and different elements. And you hear this all the time. If you listen to self-help talk radio, you will hear the caller, and they will be going on and on and on about their problem, and the expert host will be giving them absolute gold, telling them all kinds of solutions and giving them absolute action steps of ways they can solve this problem. But the caller goes on and on and on with their problem. They're clearly in love with their problem. So what I want to tell you right now are some ways to identify if you're having if your problem is an emotional friend. And that way, if you can recognize that, it's a way of going, oh crap, I've got this kind of dysfunctional thing happening with this problem, and this is what's keeping me stuck in this problem. If you can really be honest with yourself and really recognize these ways, it could be that light at the end of the tunnel. One thing you can do to identify whether you've got an unhealthy thing going with your problem is by reviewing what kind of correspondence that you've had with the people that are close to you. So if you've got a best friend or family member who you really have a great relationship with, and just kind of do an inventory. I mean, have you been talking about this thing, this challenge, for how many weeks, months, years? Just kind of really review how many times have you gone there with this person, had this deep and meaningful, and also how much advice has this friend or family member given you on this topic. Now, if you have a correspondence by email, you can look back at old emails and just kind of with an honest appraisal, have a look and see if you've really, this has been a constant thing when they ask you how you're doing, and you can kind of launch into your story and just do a little bit of an inventory. What would your friends have to say about this problem? ask yourself, how is this problem, staying in this problem, keeping me safe? Is it keeping me from expressing vulnerability? Is it keeping me from exposing my true feelings about something? Is it keeping me from making such a massive change that has, I really don't know how it's going to roll? All those kind of questions of issues of safety. Just sit down with yourself and ask yourself, how is this problem keeping me safe? Can give some pretty enlightening answers. And this third one is a cracker, and it is, how does your problem work for you? How does it benefit you? In coaching terms, it's called, what's your secondary gain? We can make it work for us in sympathy. We can make it work for us in love. We can make it work for us in presence. We can make it work for us in sick days. There's a lot of ways that we can make our problem work for us. It's pretty interesting, the answers that you can give if you can be honest with yourself. So if you went to a life coach with the particular problem that you've got going on right now, there's every chance in the world that you would be asked these specific questions. They cut to the chase and they make you take responsibility for what you can do right now to make change. Now, I've got a question for you. What did you do to snap yourself out of a problem and to make change right away? It could be using the techniques that I've shown you today, or it could be something else. But whatever it is, I would really, really love to know. And you can post it just down here below. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my videos, come on, honey. I want you in the Change Guru mode. The Change Guru, this is a place, the Change Guru is like, we are all gurus, we're all teachers of our midlife change, and this is a weekly opportunity to just show you what you've got inside. So I would love you to subscribe, and it's an awesome way to just really take our years over 40. Take that 40 ball and run with it. Hey, thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. The Change Guru. Listen up.